Good morning to everyone present. My name is Beatriz Moreira. I'm from the... Okay. Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Beatriz Moreira. I'm part of the operative secretariat of the People's Summit towards COP30. We are a process of over 700 organizations who are united towards a common goal for justice and climate in the climate agenda. So I'd like to invite for our first consideration inputs, Maureen Santos from FACE.
Good morning. Thank you, Sbia. So the People's Summit is welcome everybody for this press conference. We, as Bia said, we are a movement building the process to organize an event during the COP30 in Belém, do Pará, in the first week of the official conference, in parallel in the Universidade Federal do Pará, during the November 12 to 16. The idea of the People's Summit is, first of all, bring the civil society back to the streets, because in the last 3 years, we'll not be able to do any activities outside of the official venue. And so for us, it's a very, very important to join the organizations back, but the unity between the social movements, indigenous organizations, grassroots organizations, women, and the other groups that's together in this very diverse process that we are building that have this critical moment in Belém, but the idea is to keep going, facing the step back of our democracy, the step back of our environmental legislation all around the world, and also for the climate and for our development transformation that we are bringing. So we are building this internationalism process that bring back not only acts of solidarity, but also bring the power back for the organizations and the movements and civil society. So the People's Summit process, it's building this power in the international processes. It started 2 years ago, organizing a national unity and regional unity that you can push some convergence action that held during these days. We start on the first day, the 12th November. The 2 days, 13 and 14, is focused on the convergence actions and plenaries. And the 15th day, and my colleagues will talking about the Global Day of Action, and we finish the People's Summit in the November 16th. It doesn't mean that the People's Summit process will stop there, because you have also some strategies and activities that will be held during the other days, also the dialogue with the official venue. So I finished my time. I think it's enough. Yes. So I pass to my colleagues.
Thank you, Maureen, for your positive input. It is very important to build solidarity in Brazil and in very other parts of the world. I'd like to invite now to use the floor Kwame Komponzo.
Thank you very much. Yes, from Egypt to Dubai and Dubai to Azerbaijan, we lack people's mobilization. So the COP in Belém will be for us a chance to reconnect to social participation and social mobilization. So it's very important, the People's Summit in Belém, because we are going to connect our struggles. Peoples are impacted by extractivism, pollution, forest and biodiversity loss. So all those struggles will be connected in Brazil. So social participation, it's very important for us. And also, in Brazil, we are going to connect people's power. So people's power in the street, people's power in Belém is something that we are looking for. So it's very important to have that connection, because we believe that we have power and we need to show that power in Belém. So People Summit is inviting you to come and connect with others. People are suffering in Brazil. We are suffering in Africa. People are suffering in Eastern Europe. People are suffering in Asia. So all that suffering need to be connected. And if we are connected, we are mobilized, we reclaim our power, and we show that the climate issues, the solutions come from us, not from the polluters. So come to Belém, and together in People's Summit, we build power and solidarity. Thank you.
Thank you, Kwame. Belém is really the place where we all converge. So I would like now to invite Rachida for her contributions, please.
Thank you, everyone. My name is Rachita. I'm the Global Coordinator of Global Campaign to Demand Climate Justice, also one of the members of the Political Commission of People's Summit. I want to start by declaring that I have no conflict of interest with any fossil fuel companies, any high emission industries, or any Zionist entities. I come from India, a land of monsoons, rivers, forests, farmers, and centuries of resistance. But today it feels like the future is being scorched before our eyes. This year, Delhi recorded temperatures over 49 degrees Celsius, the highest in recorded history. Heat waves have become 5 times more likely due to climate change, and the poorest, the street vendors, informal workers, women, children, are bearing the worst of it. At the same time, floods in the northeast displaced tens of thousands, while millions of farmers face drought and crop loss. We are living through a climate emergency that does not trickle down, it crashes down, and we are not alone. Across the world, climate disasters are multiplying, from catastrophic flooding in Brazil to the deadly cyclones in Bangladesh, from smoke-filled skies in Canada to rising hunger crises across Africa. Meanwhile, Gaza burns. Nearly 60,000 Palestinians have been killed in a genocide broadcast to the world, with climate impacts compounding suffering under occupation. The same governments who fund war claim to fund climate action. The same multilateral systems that fail to stop genocide promise to protect the planet. Let us be honest. The institutions we are told to trust, COPs, climate funds, international law, are not protecting our people. They are protecting power. That's why this moment demands something different. That's why we are building the People's Summit towards COP30. It's not a sideshow. It's not a trade show. It is the place where communities from across the global south and beyond come together, not to be consulted, but to decide, not to lobby, but to lead. In Belém, in the heart of Amazon, we will gather to amplify what's already happening in our territories. Agroecology in the face of land grabs, care economies resisting extractivism, indigenous governance instead of corporate greenwashing. System change is not radical, it is rational. The very same systems that created this crisis, colonialism, capitalism, patriarchy, and racism, cannot be the ones to solve it. Climate justice is not a technocratic fix. It is a political fight. And our movements are fighting it every day. We bring people solutions at People's Summit. After years of COPs in repressive states, militarized zones, COP30 offers a rare opening to reclaim the global climate space. The Amazon is not only a front line of crisis, it is a front line of resistance. It is here at this intersection of ecological, cultural, and political struggle that we'll show the world what collective power looks like. We call on movements everywhere. Join us in Belém. Join us in struggle. Join us in hope. Let COP30 be the moment we tip the balance, not with weak pledges, but with people's power. The kind of power that says, our lives are worth more than your profits, our dignity is worth more than your diplomacy. Our survival is non-negotiable. And I want to end by saying, end the siege, end the genocide. There is no climate justice under occupation. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Rachida, for your powerful contributions. I'd like to invite now Nabuami Christine for her contributions as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm Nabuami Christine, a small-scale indigenous farmer. I'm speaking on behalf of Lavaya Campesina, and my local organization is Eastern and Southern Africa Small-Scale Farmers Forum in Uganda. As a global movement, Lavaya Campesina is a global movement that is made up of over 200 million peasants, small-scale farmers, indigenous communities and people, landless workers, youth, women, fisher folks, and rural communities from more than 80 countries. In this fight for climate justice, I want to highlight the Nyerere process, which is holding its third global forum this September. Nyerere is not just an event. It is a process that brings together all who fight for real systematic transformation. Peasants, indigenous people, workers, youth, women, consumers, we are uniting our voices to demand global justice. Nyerere is a space where we build real alternatives, climate and environmental justice, the right to food and health, people-centered economies and democracy, and the defense of commons and territories. These are real solutions to the multiple crises, not the ones sold to us by corporations here. As for Nyerere, we call on all of you to join the global mobilization at the People's Summit in Belém do Pará, Brazil, on November 15th during COP30. That COP is being taken over by corporations and polluting governments. We can't leave the stage to them. We call for mobilization in every territory, actions, forums, marches, community events. Let our voices be heard. Let the power of the people and the peasant resistance take the lead in the climate debate. Against climate commodification, we rise up together. As social movements, we do take the courage to encourage all other social movements and civil society organizations to mobilize masses. Under our local organizations, we defend food sovereignty, peasant agroecology, land, water, native seeds, and the rights of people to decide how to defend themselves. For more than 30 years, we have resisted agribusiness, free trade, land grabbing, and the criminalization of those who protect life. Our struggle is anti-capitalist, anti-imperialist, and anti-patriarchal. We hereby raise our voices by saying, we are globalizing the struggle and globalizing hope. Thank you.
Thank you, Nabuami. The People's Summit is really this process of convergence that gathers many organizations from around the world, from the small-scale farmers to the international networks of non-governmental organizations, and we hope to gather in Belém with you. Now I'd like to open the floor for any contributions from the audience, if you may. Okay, so right there for Esther.
Thank you. My name is Esther. I'm from India. I've seen the website of the People's Summit, and if maybe Maureen or anybody can talk about the axes, because it connects different issues and we want to know about it.
Okay, I think we can do a round of questions and then we can all wrap up. Does anyone else want to contribute to the debate? No. Okay, Maureen, if you may, and then if you'd like, I can also contribute.
So the part of our methodology to build the People's Summit is related to this convergence axis. We have, for the next almost 2 years, we are building this process, and we will achieve 6 consensus axes that join all the demands of the organizations that's part and that's building this process. So we have a very huge global scope that are bringing together different parts of the segments from the civil society organizations. And this convergence axis is shaping also our common political agenda with, as I mentioned before, 4 days of activities that the convergence axis guide us to these days and to the message that we want to bring to the Global Day of the Action. And in the end, we deliver a treaty of peoples that can be our final common declaration. The first axis is about living territories, and we don't have the word in English, but in Portuguese you say maritórios. That's the territory from peoples in the sea. Popular and food sovereignty. The second, it's about historical reparations, combating environmental racism, and corporate power and false solutions. The third, it's just popular and inclusive transition. Fourth is against oppressions for democracy and people's internationalism. 5, just cities and vibrant urban peripheries. And the last two, not very important one, is the popular feminism and women's resistance in the territories. All these axes, they have a big list of the sub-issues. All this is in our website that you can follow up. But the idea is to connect the 6, for example. The third one, that's the just popular and inclusive transition, it's connecting all the struggles related to the just transition. So you come from the unions that bring the decent work and just transition. You come from the food sovereignty groups that bring the agroecology transition as part of this transformation, bring the popular energy transition. So the idea is to connect all these links between these agendas and bring together a common purpose. And also, in the end of this moment, in the synthesis, we want to have a common action that can keep working as a process after this moment of the People's Summit.
Yeah, thank you, Maureen. Just to add up on what Maureen has already mentioned, it is also important to note that the building process of the declaration, the People's Declaration, is also a territorial. We also have a territorial approach, not only internationally, but we also would like to take the inputs from the territories to bring to the final declaration. And for our international purposes, we are holding by July a series of webinars to discuss those axes of convergence so we can better gather the inputs from all parts of the world so they can be reflected on the final declaration. So this is also part of our mobilization process. I'd like to invite once more if there's any contributions from the public, please. Hi. So we have 2 people, you and come right there.
Hi, good morning. Thank you all for these words. My name is May Kennedy. I'm with We Act for Environmental Justice based in Harlem, New York City. I'm just curious if you could detail a little bit more about what the days might look like at the People's Summit, what types of events and ways to build that people power you are trying to enact, whether that's that could be a lot of things. And especially, I'm wondering if that, talks about strategies within the UNFCCC, within the negotiations process, and how to work with that process for justice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Brenda. I just wanted to find out that you've mentioned mobilizations leading up to the People's Summit and consultations. Is there a platform that is planned for actions that could maybe be happening nationally to be also broadcast within the confines, maybe on the website or live stream? Are there plans for that as well?
Okay, thank you for your questions. I'd like to ask the present here if they'd like to jump in, or if I can.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, for the day and the dates, I think you are all welcome from 11th, if you can be in Belém, 11th of November, and the 12th, the activities will start. And we're going to have plenaries where the axis will be discussed. So it will be connected to the people's problem on the ground. So all over the world, we are all connected by the struggle. So all those topics will be discussed in the plenary. And we all have to find our common solutions towards climate change, towards forest and biodiversity loss, and all those things. So on the 15th of November, there will be a big march. All over Belém will be movemented by the march. And it will be connected to all over the world, because we want people, those who won't be in Belém, will organize activities, will organize march or any activities to connect to the big march in Belém on the 15th of November. And apart from that, there will be a dialogue, because the topics that we are discussing, it's a connected topic to COP. So there will be a dialogue, and we'll make sure that everything that we are discussing, our solutions, be heard at the COP through press conferences, through side events at the COP. Inside, we will be talking of what is going on the public in the People's Summit. Yeah. So that is it. And in terms of platform, I think Maureen can come back on the platform if there is a platform. Yes, I think, but Maureen will come back on that. So that is it. So from now on, we are calling you to organize event, if you won't be in Belém, to organize event towards 15th of November. So we also have big events from now on to November. In September, there will be Nyeleni. On September again, there will be New York, Climate New York. In September again, there will be African Climate Summit. So all those events will be connected to Belém already. So on road to Belém, we are mobilizing. So in Belém, the people power will be showing up. Thank you.
I think the first one is also Sevilla, that there is a call of mobilization from June 27 to 29, and the demonstrations will be on 29. You're also part of all this call, because all these mobilizations, as Kwame said, it's going to achieve our big call for November 15. You're already working with the program, as Kwame said. We have already the distribution of days. There is the big plenaries of the synergical moment of the convergence will be in the mornings, and you have in the afternoon activities they're calling enlaced. In Portuguese is enlace. Entwined activities that's also converge with the axis, but it's not the big plenaries. It will be small ones, and can be do inscriptions between the organizations. That's part of the process. We also have a fair for the products from the peasants, the family agriculture, the indigenous people, and so all the fairs happen and do activities there. Also, there is a cultural agenda that is beyond all the People Summit, so it's programming a lot of these. And as Kwame said, related to the inside space, the venue, there is preparing also some strategical moments that will deliver our accumulation, our synthesis of the process, and related to some specific topics, especially one that we're bringing together the Palestinian solidarity. You are connecting also inside. But there is other topics that the People's Summit wants to talk about, especially related to the impacts of the false solutions, the just transition, and there is other moments that the civil society inside also organize. That's also you are doing kind of link together with the People's Summit. For example, the People's Assembly that's being held inside. You are in dialogue with the constituencies to see how can you participate and also do something outside that can be at the same time and to connect. And about the broadcast and live stream, yeah, the communication, we have some working groups for People's Summit, and the comms is organizing the agenda, and yes, we have these transmissions in the website from the People's Summit. We are organizing better how this can happen. You have before an idea to do a broad TV inside the UNFCCC, but this we don't have funds yet to guarantee this kind of activity. But you are also preparing a strategy to connect the decentralized mobilizations on 15 with the main one in Belém. No? So this will be very important because, of course, not everybody will be in Belém, but the idea is to do a global action during these days to connect all over the world in this message, this common message for the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Maureen. I'd like to invite Rachida and Nabomi if you'd like to make some final remarks, 1 minute each. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bia. I think what we want to say, like we are a global network of Global South organizations, and history shows that if change has ever happened, it's because of people's power. It's because of our collective power. It's because of our continued resistance. So one of the things that we hope that People's Summit could be is that space to bring all our movements, all of our power in one place, because we are seeing that the climate crisis is not something in future. We are living the impacts of it every single day, every single second, right now on the ground. And we need to, and we are also seeing that the systems that exist right now are the ones that perpetuated it, and then also expect to be the ones to solve this climate crisis. And we can see that that's not happening, that will not happen, and that is not true. So we know that it is us, it is the people who hold the power, who hold the solutions for us to fight this crisis. So what we're strongly urging is to seize this moment, to show the world what people's power can actually achieve, what we can demonstrate, and then what we can change as a system collectively. So I guess like that's the only thing that we want to say as DCJ, that let's not miss this opportunity. Let's converge, let's meet, and let's rise up for international solidarity.
Thank you,
and for People's Summit. Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Nabomi, you have 30 seconds. Thank you.
Okay. I thank all of you. My message is that food sovereignty cools the planet. Agroecology is the beauty that is rooted in nature. I therefore urge you, all CSOs, that please support indigenous communities to bring their voices to this international space. We have a side event next Tuesday to hear about what farmers have to take to Belém. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
They want a picture outside. Vamos tirar uma foto. Eles querem uma foto rapidinho.
It's the similarity nowadays.
Quer uma foto.
When they call you,
You said you
Let's go in order of speakers, I reckon. Stay there, Kwame, and I'll sit here, maybe, and we'll just put others along there. Or should I sit here? I'll go here, okay.
this side is the correct one.
Oh, okay. Okay, wonderful.